Good evening, fellow travelers and regular subscribers. This is a follow-up video to my last budget video. So we went to Arizona the first week of February and we rented through budget. Overall, it was a good experience, but we had a couple not so happy moments. I have that listed in the budget video. If you haven't seen it, I will link it down below. So it is Saturday, February 19th, and I plan on posting this video next week as soon as I can. I would post it right now if I could, but I do schedule my videos and it would be a little confusing if I post this before my other budget video goes live. So bear with me. By the time you watch this, it'll be 2 weeks after this happened, but I think it's an issue that could happen anytime. It's not really time sensitive. So got this letter from Budget in the mail today. Let me cover my personal information. As you can see, it says Budget, February 8th, 2022. Let me just read it to you, okay? So bear with me. Dear Mr. and Mrs. blah, blah, blah. Thank you for your recent rental car. I'm already cannot read. Thank you for your recent rental with Budget Rent-A-Car. Our entire team strives to provide each customer with friendly, efficient service and a dependable, clean rental car. Bear with me because I'm still a little wound up from what happened. Unfortunately, as we process the vehicle that you returned to the Avis location at Sky Harbor International Airport, address, on 2/4/2022, we determined that the vehicle was not returned in the same condition in which it was provided to you due to the presence of spills, stains, liquids. In accordance with our rental policies, when our vehicles are returned with excessive soilage, we must assess customers. I think I'm overpronouncing that word. We must assess customers for the cleaning service required to return the vehicle to a tidy and sanitary condition that will meet the next customer's expectations. The credit card you used for this rental will be billed $125 for the required cleaning service. If you have any questions or concerns regarding this fee, please contact a member of our customer care team at blah, 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 their local 1-800 number. Sincerely, blah, 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 Budget Operations Team. Oh my God. Okay, so immediately I'm calling Budget. I called Budget right away because even if it's a Saturday night, there's people working. We rent from Budget a lot. I've been renting for 10 years. We take very good care of the vehicles. We don't smoke at all. That's not an issue. We never eat in the vehicles. This trip, we only had one suitcase that was left in the trunk. So we return the car, and before we return it, we always throw the trash away and fill up the tank, always. But we did hike a couple times in Tucson since we got stuck 2 extra days because of the weather. And so there was a little sand in the vehicle. Nothing outside of normal getting in and out of your vehicle. I mean, honestly, I've rented Budget for 10 years. I've returned cars from Florida covered in sand, and I've never been charged before. So I'm racking my brain. I'm like, why would they charge me? I'm like, we didn't do anything. I returned this car perfect. There was no reason to charge us $125. So yes, immediately I call and I talk to, I have the information written down, but I'm not going to mention his name. He was super nice. So this guy's like, okay, I'm sorry this happened. Let me look up your file. Let me see what's going on. And he's doing stuff on the phone, like looking everything up, and I'm just kind of rambling. I'm trying to be nice because I don't want to go into the tirade yet. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. And I'm like, I'm surprised. I know I returned it in perfect condition. We don't eat in the vehicle. We had 1 bottle of water in the vehicle. I just don't understand. And he's like, I don't understand either. They uploaded 1 picture, no comments, and it's just 1 picture of like a little sand on the, on the floorboard. And I'm like, he's like, that this does not require deep cleaning. I'm so sorry they charged you. I'm crediting you immediately. They've already charged your card. I got this like 2 weeks after the fact. And he's already, and he credited it, and I got an email immediately that he refunded my money. Crisis averted. They're not, I got my $125 back. So I wasn't going to do this video because it worked out in the end. But then I'm like, I need to do this video. I need to make people aware that this could happen to you. the car was in 99.9% perfect condition, and they tried to charge me a deep cleaning fee. This is wrong. This is absolutely wrong. Are they, and I didn't even get to go into my tirade with them because I was going to go on about, I've been a long-term customer. You look at my history. We've never had an issue before. The guy, he didn't care. He waived it. He was so nice, but it should have never happened in the first place. If he would not have been nice and he would not have credited it, I absolutely would have immediately called my credit card company and disputed the charge, because you cannot charge this without proving. You got to prove that it required a deep clean. In my opinion. I mean, I don't know what would happen, but in my opinion, in my mind, they have to prove it. And in my mind, my credit card company would have sided with me. We'll never know, because that didn't happen. And then I would have thrown out the threat that, hey, I'm on YouTube, I'm going to do a negative review. But that never happened. Again, they credit it immediately. And so that's why I wasn't going to do this video, because they did make it right. But the reason I'm doing this video is it should have never happened. I should have never had to call. I should have never had to waste 20 minutes of my time waiting for customer service. I shouldn't have been having to make this video and rant, because I'm still angry about it. I'm still angry that they sent me a letter for $125 when there was absolutely nothing wrong with this rental car. So, oh my God, sorry. I wasn't going to do this. But I'm going on a tirade. So my issue is I'm an outspoken person. Obviously, if you've watched this channel long enough, you know I'm pretty outspoken. So I'm not really taking crap from anyone. But what about the people who aren't outspoken? What about the people who didn't notice or didn't get the letter, or they're, it's 2 weeks later and Robert's looking at me and I'm looking at him and he's like, what do we do? What could have happened to that car? And I'm like, we did nothing. We're not going to second guess ourselves because we did nothing. So what about the people who like, oh, well, maybe I did leave it messy because it's been 2 weeks later and I don't remember. So, okay, I guess I'll pay $125. No, don't pay $125. Sorry. So the thing, and I even told the guy, he credited it and I couldn't let it go. He was being nice, but I just was like, we use budget a lot. We have 3 more trips planned this year and I don't want to use budget anymore. You've broken my trust. Now, every time I worry, now I can't even like enjoy the car because I'm worried I'm going to get a little speck on it and you're going to charge me $125. Like this is the first time we ever did like a walk around of the vehicle and took pictures. I've never done that in the 10 years that we've rented because we never had an issue. But the only reason I did the walk around this time on video is because on one of my budget videos, I had a fellow traveler comment that he returned it perfectly. And then they did charge him, sent him this bill because there was damage to the vehicle that he didn't do. But now he has to fight it because how do you prove that he didn't do it? And I'm like, well, I do YouTube. I'll prove it because I have this video right here. But I didn't realize that could happen. I didn't realize that budget could sign off on the car and say everything's fine, and then 2 weeks later send you saying no, it's not fine. There's damage you need to pay for. So I just want you guys to be aware that this could happen. That in the 10 years I've done this, never had this letter before. I find it highly suspicious that it's now in the middle of the pandemic, when everyone is stressed. Is budget trying to make up funds? Are they trying to recover losses because of traveling was down? It ain't down right now because trust me, everywhere we went was pretty busy, but I realized traveling was down last year. They're trying to make up some shortfalls by space. I don't want to call it a scam, but it is a scam. Call it as it is. It's a scam. You're charging me $125 to vacuum some sand off of the floorboard and call it a deep cleaning? That's a scam. There was no deep cleaning in this vehicle. Sorry, again, I'm yelling, I'm getting loud. This is the second time I've done this video because I felt like the first one was too harsh, but now this one's even longer. I'm not doing any more takes. It is what it is. You're getting my gut reaction. I don't know what I'm going to do because I don't trust budget anymore. So I've said what happened. They were wrong. They made it right, but it should have never happened in the first place. So if you guys have similar stories or any bad experiences with budget, please comment down below. Let's get some dialogue going on. If you have any recommendations for me for other rental car companies, I greatly appreciate it. We've done Avis, but then Avis is the sister of budget, so I don't want to do that. I we haven't done Enterprise forever, and I honestly don't remember why not. I think we did Hertz once, which was fine. So you guys got any other recommendations? They made it right, but I don't know that I want to use them again because I'm going to be worried about this crazy letter. And if it happens again, are they going to be nice and wave it the second time? Am I going to have to like do video while the guy checks it out for proof? I mean, I just didn't expect this. I'm just very disappointed in Budget. And I'm ranting to you because I didn't get a chance to rant to the guy because he was nice and he credited it. But, and I realize Budget is more than one person. It's this huge company. So somewhere in Budget, someone decided, let's scam this person. And then luckily another employee is like, no, we're not scamming this person. I should have never had to deal with it in the first place. So anyway, thanks for listening to me rant and go off on a tangent. I will link my original Budget rental car experience down below from the Phoenix. I have other videos from Orlando. I like the Orlando rental car return. I'm the type of person that you shouldn't let one bad experience like ruin it. But on the other hand, this is pretty bad. They tried to scam me for $125 and it's pretty bad. So, and now that I seen other people comment about other issues with Budget, it's like, yeah, Budget lost my trust.